The Rock set to end Roman Reigns' historic championship reign. Brock Lesnar's 2024 Royal Rumble return plans. Seth Rollins leaves WWE. Damian Priest loses his Money in the Bank briefcase because of Rhea Ripley. Cora Jade breaks silence after a career-threatening injury. Vince Russo tells female WWE star to stop shaving her legs. LA Knight on WWE's drug tests. Matt Riddle makes a personal revelation about Randy Orton. Let's dive right into it. Brock Lesnar's 2024 Royal Rumble return plans. Few WWE stars can ever claim to boast a resume that comes close to matching that of Brock Lesnar's. The Beast is one of the most successful athletes of all time, finding success in various sports. Lesnar is a former NCAA wrestling champion. He also held the UFC Heavyweight Championship. Most notably, of course, is the fact that he is a 10-time world champion in World Wrestling Entertainment, a feat very few have matched. He has also won Money in the Bank, King of the Ring, and the Royal Rumble match. In what could be massive news, it is being reported that Lesnar will likely be returning to television soon. For now, specifics aren't available, but soon could realistically mean at any point in the next few weeks. With the 2024 Royal Rumble right around the corner, there's a chance Lesnar will appear before then. If he does, there are a handful of things he should and arguably must do upon making his comeback. This piece will look at a handful of those things. Here are 4 things Brock Lesnar must do if he returns to WWE before the 2024 Royal Rumble. Number 4. Brock should announce he's in the Men's Royal Rumble match. The 2024 Royal Rumble event is WWE's next major show. The premium live event will air next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock and the WWE Network. The show is being held at Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. If Brock Lesnar returns to television ahead of the big event, he could announce that he plans to participate in the Men's Royal Rumble match. If the Beast wins that bout, he could headline WrestleMania 40. Of course, winning the match will be no cakewalk, even for somebody as talented as Lesnar. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke Nakamura, Gunther, and Bobby Lashley will all be in the bout. Can the Beast handle a stacked roster? It would be interesting to see. Number 3. You must praise Cody Rhodes after their epic trilogy last year. Brock Lesnar shocked the WWE Universe during the Raw after WrestleMania last year. When Cody Rhodes was seemingly set to wrestle Roman Reigns in a main event tag team bout, Lesnar was meant to be Rhodes' partner. Instead, Brock viciously assaulted the American Nightmare. From there, Cody and Brock wrestled 3 big-time matches in premium live events. Their final bout together was at SummerSlam, where Rhodes defeated the Beast for a second time. Lesnar then shocked the world by shaking Cody's hand and showing him respect. If Lesnar returns to WWE television before the Royal Rumble, the Beast must further endorse Cody. Doing so would give Rhodes more momentum ahead of WrestleMania, where he hopes to finally finish his story against Roman Reigns. Number 2. Brock Lesnar should make it clear he'll appear at WWE WrestleMania 40. While the 2024 Royal Rumble is WWE's next premium live event, the company will have a string of major shows in the early part of the year. Following the Royal Rumble, the company will hold Elimination Chamber in Perth, Australia. After 2 huge stadium shows in a row, WWE will then offer WrestleMania 40, a 2-night epic event. WrestleMania is the biggest show the company has every year, and this time will be no different. As a result, all of the big stars will likely appear. If Brock returns to television, he should reveal that he'll be at WrestleMania. While the sports entertainment juggernaut has had no problem selling tickets for the show, a name like Lesnar appearing will only make the remaining tickets all the more enticing. Who doesn't want to see the Beast in action? Number 1. You should confront Gunther. Gunther is one of the most dominant WWE superstars of all time. His time in the company started off as extremely successful, winning the United Kingdom Championship almost immediately. He went on to hold the title for a record-long reign. The Ring General wasn't done making history in WWE, however. He joined the main roster in 2022 and almost instantly captured the Intercontinental Championship. He has since become the longest reigning champion and still holds the belt. Many fans see Brock Lesnar versus Gunther as a dream match. There's a chance that the Beast could return on Raw ahead of the 2024 Royal Rumble and begin his feud with the powerful Austrian. They could have a stare down or some kind of confrontation that would then plant the seeds for a future bout. I'll look into Seth Rollins' past as world champion. What happened the last time he got a serious injury? Seth Rollins pulled the heist of the century when he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at WrestleMania 31 during the main event match between Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. The Architect pinned the big dog to win his first WWE World Heavyweight Championship. He held onto the title for 220 days, recognized as 219 by WWE, before having to vacate the title due to an injury. On November 4, 2015, the Architect tore the ACL, MCL, and medial meniscus in his knee. This unfortunate incident happened while he was trying to do his sunset flip powerbomb on Kane during a live event. The surgery rendered him out of action for almost 6 to 9 months, and he had to vacate the world title. The original plan for the current World Heavyweight Champion was to have a feud with Roman Reigns and have high-profile matches at Survivor Series and TLC in December 2015. Rollins was supposed to drop the title to Reigns at one of the events, so that Reigns could head into WrestleMania 32 as the champion. WWE had to rewrite the plans after Rollins' injury. In the updated plans, Roman Reigns won the Survivor Series 2015 tournament to determine the new World Heavyweight Champion by defeating Dean Ambrose in the final round. The title reign was short-lived, approximately 5 minutes, because Sheamus cashed in his MITB contract to become the new WWE Champion. Reigns got a title match against Sheamus at TLC on December 13 but failed to win the gold. In a fit of anger, Reigns attacked Triple H. On the next night on Raw, Reigns was granted another title match against Sheamus, with the stipulation that he would retire if he lost. Fortunately for Reigns, he won the title. Roman Reigns was forced to defend the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in the Men's Royal Rumble match in 2016. Triple H entered at number 30 and eliminated Reigns to become the new champion. Reigns gained another title opportunity by defeating Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose at Fastlane 2016. At WrestleMania 32, the Big Dog finally defeated Triple H to regain the World Championship, kicking off his third reign. A feud between AJ Styles and Roman Reigns started after WrestleMania 32, and the latter successfully defended the title against the Phenomenal One at Payback and Extreme Rules. After the match at Extreme Rules, a returning Seth Rollins attacked Roman Reigns with a pedigree. Roman Reigns took on Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank 2016, where Rollins defeated Reigns for the title. Interestingly, this defeat marked Reigns' first clean loss in WWE. However, he lost the title minutes after winning it when Dean Ambrose cashed in his Money in the Bank contract, which he won earlier in the night. The title was renamed, and Seth Rollins failed to win it from Ambrose on both Raw and SmackDown. However, the renamed WWE World Championship became exclusive to SmackDown, and Rollins was moved to Raw during the 2016 draft. Currently, Seth Rollins suffered an injury following his match against Jinder Mahal on WWE Raw for the new World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins leaves WWE. Seth Rollins retained his World Heavyweight Championship against Jinder Mahal on last night's episode of WWE Raw. However, the aftermath of it caused a lot of concern for him. The Visionary suffered an injury to his left leg during the match with Mahal, with various reports stating he was helped to the back. The extent of Rollins' injury is unknown, but the worst is feared. Dave Meltzer reported on the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio that there's a chance the injury is severe enough to rule Seth Rollins out of WrestleMania 40. Anything with a recovery time of 3 months or above would spell disaster. I just know if Seth Rollins is getting an MRI, and then we'll find out. Basically, I was told it could be something minor, could be something worse. We won't know until the MRI result comes back, said Meltzer. Rollins has been rumored to face CM Punk in the main event of Night 1 of WrestleMania 40. While he might be okay, there's a possibility that WWE may need to change their plans. This would be a bad time if he needs to be out for a couple of months. Really, really bad. He's got a big program and everything. He's got a championship. If it's a week, it's a week. You know, whatever. If it's 3 months, 8 months would not be good. It'd really kill a lot of momentum and be frustrating for him. 3 months would be not the greatest either. He missed WrestleMania for 3 months, yeah, Meltzer added. It remains to be seen how much time Seth Rollins is forced to miss due to this injury. Hopefully, it isn't too serious, and he will return as quickly as possible. WWE needs to have a backup plan for CM Punk at WrestleMania 40 in case Rollins' injury is serious. While any other match would feel underwhelming, there's one option that could cause some excitement. Punk's promo with Drew McIntyre last week caused quite the buzz across the wrestling world. They will likely face each other soon, so WWE can instead book the match for the shows if the Visionary can't go. It would be a great match for the Scottish Warrior to go out on. Stay tuned to Wrestling Flash for the latest updates on Seth Rollins' injury. Damian Priest loses his Money in the Bank briefcase because of Rhea Ripley. The tension between Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest is becoming more and more evident. They barely acknowledged each other on the latest episode of Raw, while singer Money in the Bank once again failed to cash in his contract on Seth Rollins. This time, Priest was thwarted by Drew McIntyre, who squared up to him as he thought of inserting himself into Rollins' title match against Jinder Mahal. As a result, WWE has confirmed the Archer of Infamy will face the Scottish Warrior on next week's episode of Raw. Rhea Ripley could use this match to get back at Damian Priest, potentially even getting him kicked out of the Judgment Day. She can secretly ensure that his Money in the Bank briefcase is on the line before costing him the match and helping McIntyre become Mr. Money in the Bank. It would be quite the swerve, with Priest and Ripley on opposite sides of the Great Judgment Day divide. Will any of them leave Mommy to join the former United States champion? The chances are low. However, it's still a compelling prospect. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre can go on to enjoy a short reign as World Heavyweight Champion or a slightly longer one if Seth Rollins is forced to miss WrestleMania 40. The six-time WWE champion can drop it to him or CM Punk, depending on how severe the Visionary's injury is. Damian Priest will instantly turn babyface upon exile from the group he helped create, potentially even leading to an extended run as a tag team competitor with R-Truth. The two have shared solid chemistry since the former 24/7 champion declared himself a member of the Judgment Day. Priest is the one who's entertaining Truth's antics and showed concern for him on Raw. That is a pretty good hint for a potential tag team run. However, the Archer of Infamy would hope to return to the world title scene as a good guy, having been screwed out of the opportunity by Rhea Ripley. Who should turn babyface once they split? Damian Priest or Rhea Ripley? Cora Jade breaks silence after a career-threatening injury. WWE superstar Cora Jade recently broke her silence after the company officially confirmed her injury. Jade returned to WWE television in December 2023 after a long hiatus. However, after competing in a few matches and challenging Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship, the star suffered a major setback at a house show. On the latest episode of the White and Gold brand, the company confirmed that the 23-year-old suffered a torn ACL and could be out of action for almost a year. On Twitter, the former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion recently reacted to the unfortunate development. Jade posted a picture in which she can be seen with crutches and wrote a line from the movie Fight Club. "It is only after we've lost everything that we are free to do anything," she tweeted. For those unaware, ACL tears can be career-threatening for some athletes. However, several top names, including The Miz and Jimmy Uso, have returned to perform at an elite level after recovering from the injury. On his Cafe de Rien podcast, former WWE superstar Reen Dupree addressed rampant rumors of Cora Jade and Braun Breaker possibly parting ways. Dupree said he didn't like dating co-workers and explained the reason behind it. "That's why, boys and girls, I say 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know, it's tempting as hell to date people you work with, but at the same time, it's once you lose them and then see. I couldn't deal with that because you still have to see them, and then what happens? She starts dating another guy and that. 1 foot in and 1 foot out," he said. Fans were eagerly waiting to see Jade win the NXT Women's Championship for the first time, but the untimely injury will likely keep her out of action for the foreseeable future. We wish Cora Jade a speedy recovery and hope she comes back stronger than ever. Vince Russo tells female WWE star to stop shaving her legs. Vince Russo had a suggestion for a female WWE superstar in his latest tweet. Valhalla, formerly known as Sarah Logan, is currently a mainstay on television and manages the Viking Raiders on the Raw brand. WB released her in 2020 and she returned to the Stanford-based company in late 2022. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo recently shared a tweet that drew the ire of many fans. He suggested that Valhalla needs to stop shaving her armpits and legs to make her Viking persona more believable. At WWE, Valhalla needs to stop shaving her pits and legs. Just a helpful suggestion. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo's tweet received tons of quote replies, and many of them criticized him for his suggestion. Soon after, Russo shared another tweet responding to the criticism. "Yup, first thing Viking women did when they woke up in the morning was shave their legs. I swear marks are getting dumber by the minute. But please, if you follow me, make a dumb comment. I am looking to shave down the number of people I follow back." Russo's original tweet received massive backlash from wrestling Twitter. One user told the veteran to read the room and accused him of body-shaming Sarah Logan on social media. Another user dubbed the tweet disgusting and called Russo a sick person. Sarah Logan, now known as Valhalla, has not done much in terms of in-ring action since she made her return to the Stanford-based promotion in 2022. So far, she has only wrestled 2 matches since her return. On July 4, 2023, she teamed up with the Viking Raiders in a losing effort against Chad Gable, Otis, and Maxine Dupree. That same month, Valhalla took on Dupree in a singles match and ended up losing this time around as well. What do you think of Vince Russo's suggestion to Valhalla? LA Knight on WWE's drug tests. LA Knight has been brewing up a storm ever since his WWE main roster move. The megastar recently spoke about the Stanford-based promotion's stringent drug testing policy. WB is all set to host the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event in Perth, Australia this year. It will be the first premium live event that will be held in the land down under by the Stanford-based promotion. Meanwhile, Grayson Waller is another superstar who is aiming big on WWE SmackDown. The Australian star will be looking to get himself a big match to perform in front of his home country crowd at the Elimination Chamber 2024 Premium Live event. The two superstars appeared as guests on the Kyle and Jackie O show, where they spoke about various topics, including how stars take care of their bodies and deal with injuries. The host asked them if there was a cheap way wrestlers could bulk up their bodies. The two superstars joked about it before LA Knight revealed that WWE superstars have to undergo drug tests every month. "You can't use steroids." "Yeah, because that would actually make recovery easy, but no, every month we get tested. Every single month," LA Knight said. LA Knight has become a top name in this Stanford-based company over the past couple of years. The megastar's rise has been phenomenal, and fans will likely see him in action at the Elimination Chamber 2024 Premium Live event after his fatal four-way match against Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. While he is one of the most popular superstars in the Stanford-based company, LA Knight expected WWE to fire him early during his main roster run. The megastar was repackaged as Max Dupri at the time and was made to manage the Maximum male models. While speaking on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, Knight said that he was very unhappy with the Max Dupri character. He broke out of it before engaging in a feud with the late Bray Wyatt that helped him get over. The Max Dupri character, just was not going well, and I was very unhappy. And I'm sure Vince McMahon probably was, and then at some point, it was just like, all of a sudden, I'm not on TV and I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure I'm fired. Pretty sure this whole ride is over. And at that point, I'm kind of looking at other options and what I can do and where I can go to kind of, just keep my whole thing rolling, LA Knight said. Thankfully, the creative team started booking him well and saw how the WWE Universe was behind him every week. It helped propel Knight to the top, where he is now working with current and former world champions. Do you want to see LA Knight as a world champion in 2024? Matt Riddle makes a personal revelation about Randy Orton. Matt Riddle was released by WWE last September. Riddle was also apparently dealing with several personal issues prior to his release. He recently commented that he was seemingly able to get through those issues with the help of one top pro wrestling star. Riddle and Randy Orton began teaming up in late April 2021. Known as RK Bro, the fan-favorite duo went on to become two-time Raw Tag Team Champions. The original Bro tried to carry on the gimmick after the Viper went down with a back injury in May 2022. Orton finally returned to WWE at Survivor Series, but Riddle was already gone. Speaking on a recent episode of the Kurt Angle Show, the 38-year-old combat sports athlete praised the 43-year-old veteran for looking like a stallion when he returned in November, adding that he was connecting with RKOs and moving well in the ring. The stallion continued with the praise for his RK Bro tag team partner. Riddle said he was excited for Orton to be back in WWE and couldn't thank him enough for working with him. He really helped me out through a lot of tough times because I was going through a divorce at the time and everything else, and he's been through a similar situation, and he was just a real brother, and especially, when you're on the road, it's not like I can call anybody. To have him there and be that supportive, because you know how Randy can be, and for him to be as supportive to me, it was nice. Randy has a spot in my heart forever, he said. Orton and Riddle worked their final tag team match together during SmackDown on May 20, 2022 from the Van Andel Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The main event that night was a winners-take-all match with the Usos defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championship against RK Bro, who were the Raw Tag Team Champions. The titles were unified that night to form the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. Vince McMahon and Dana White are colleagues now after Endeavor merged WWE and UFC last year to form TKO Group. The Icons are responsible for growing the biggest combat sports entertainment companies in the world, often head-to-head, but now they are working together on major international deals. Matt Riddle is one of the few athletes who have had the chance to work for both McMahon and White. His MMA career ran from 2008 to 2014, and he has been a top pro wrestler since. The former WWE United States champion recently appeared for Sign by Superstars and was asked about working for McMahon and White. When Vince has a story, he tells the story. It doesn't matter what anybody says online. It doesn't matter what people say in the back. That's his story. That's how he's going to run his ship. That's how it's done. You might like it. You might hate it. That's the point, he said. Riddle continued and commented on how the two executives are alike. Dana White is the same way. He has his business. He wants it run a certain way. He's not going to say, like a lot of the boxing, they have random fights that shouldn't even be happening. They draw a little bit. Dana won't do it, he said. The original Bros' last WWE match came on the September 4 edition of WWE Raw as the Viking Raiders defeated Riddle and Drew McIntyre in a tornado tag match. His last singles match was a loss to Ludwig Kaiser on July 31. Riddle's last UFC fight was a win over Chim Mills on February 16, 2013 at USC on Fuel TV. The result was changed to a no contest due to Riddle's second failed drug test within a year, which forced the company to release him. His last MMA fight was a win over Michael Kuiper at Titan FC 27 on February 28, 2014. What are your favorite Matt Riddle memories from WWE? Would you rather see Riddle join AEW or return to WWE? The Rock set to end Roman Reigns' historic championship reign. Wrestling veteran Reen Dupree does not believe The Rock would dethrone Roman Reigns at WWE WrestleMania 40. The tribal chief has been Universal Champion for over 3 years. Although he is scheduled to defend his title against LA Knight, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton in a fatal four-way match at Royal Rumble, many believe he will retain it. Meanwhile, his WrestleMania opponent is still a mystery. The two rumored names to challenge Reigns at the shows are Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Speaking on Cafe de Reign, Dupree addressed the possibility of the 8-time WWE champion ending his cousin's historic championship reign. The wrestling veteran disclosed that he believed it would not happen. If it's Rock and Roman, there's no way The Rock's winning at Mania. I can't see that. No, he said. During an episode of the Busted Open podcast, Hall of Famer Mark Henry discussed the possible booking of Roman Reigns in 2024. He predicted that the Tribal Chief would drop his championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. The current AEW color commentator explained why Endeavor might want Rhodes to dethrone Reigns. I think that will happen though, Tommy. I do not think that Roman Reigns will retain. And I'm not saying that because I'm trying to bump Dave up. I'm saying that because about Endeavor, I want somebody representing every week. And if it's not every week, bi-weekly, he said. The leader of the Bloodline currently works a part-time schedule. While Reigns is scheduled to compete at Royal Rumble, he is reportedly not booked for Elimination Chamber.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take